Try open photo or import photo, either one. With that GIF, with that little baby tiny small cat. Oh, I might have already done it. Did you get it?
Saving this one. And view. Open.
Okay, I need.
Oh wait, it's a WebP file. Does that matter?
It may matter. It actually no. It should be able to open it up in this app.
Okay, yeah, open it up and it looks exactly
like this, just kind of cruddy. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, when you hover over your mouse, it should line up pixel to pixel. Is it?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Let's go. So yeah, I don't know why it resizes funny, but you can get it in there at least. And have a perfect
exactly.
template.
I can clean it up at the very least.
I gave man a slime head. Actually, it's gonna be living in a pool of slime. Sure. Nope.
Yeah. So the second season is going to be Guardians of the Chain.
Nice.
And so, yeah, Slime Cat, that'd be a pretty cool Guardian. Awesome. I showed you the TV head, right?
No.
I didn't show you the TV head?
Uh-uh.
I'll send you that. There's TV head, laser eyes. Laser eyes is really good.
I mean, laser eyes. You can't go wrong with laser eyes.
Can't go wrong, right?
And then I'll make a nice green hat. Ooh. Do they have faces or just eyes? Let's see. They just have eyes. That's cute. Just leave a note. It's a double no. There we go. Too bright. He's in a pool of slime. I actually really like this color combo.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
So we figured it out.
Like Nickelodeon.
Yeah, totally like Nickelodeon.
I like the little drip.
Yeah.
Little slime drip. That's such a nice little touch.
It's Little details. Friggin' yeah. Um, New mentions. Ping everybody. Dang, there's some cool PFPs out here.
Like how bright it is. Yeah, that contrast with the outlines.
Dang, these are addicting. All right, let's make something else. So, well, because you're here, we're just gonna do a special request class. We're working on hats, but I was gonna teach you guys about colors this time, right? So, um, basically, so colors. This oh, that's cool. Okay, today, and just thinking about like colors in general, what I've been teaching lately is color like steps, right? So using the color square over here on the right side. Nope, this is the left side. Using the color square here, as I like to call it, is the color picker, but whatever. Um, Going up and down this diagonally across this way and down this way towards the darker colors. That's the way that I've been teaching on how to just perceive colors, how to understand color theory in that way. I haven't. This class won't really focus on.
This is Josh from AK. I hope you're enjoying my music and it's
Oh
helping
my
to inspire your
goodness.
content. To get
Royalty
more
free
affordable content
music.
weekly, click to upgrade to premium.
Okay. Either way, thank you, royalty free music. I feel like it's too loud on my Twitch stream, but not gonna worry about it. So yes, back to what I was saying. Using this color square in order to um, discern colors and make shifts in highlights and in shadows, right? So, not really talking about the the part of color theory such as like complementary colors or um, adjacent colors in that way. Right now, we're just worrying about the simplest of it, which is lighting and shadow, right? So, um, now first exercise, let's just jump into it. We've been kicking it over here on the Discord. Oh, snap. Okay, I feel like it's gonna be loud. Whatever. Anyways, oh, I gotta play it actually. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna show you with my brush here. Oh, sweet. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome. I should keep tabs of who's here. So, for anyone who doesn't know me and this is their first time, MND Primero. Speaking to you, didn't mean to call you out, but I haven't met you before. Either way, my name's Jamali or Jam Jam. I'm a lifelong artist and a recent pixel artist, and now I'm just sharing my skills with my blockchain community, my blockchain family, and having a blast. So, over the past few weeks, we've been learning different pixel art techniques on how to make wiggly arms in various different forms for your mushroom. Because we love mushrooms here, and we love our mycelium, and so in that we are learning how to use lines and how to make pixel perfect lines as well, and just have things be really concise on our pixel art. And today we're going to be learning how to use color and how to make that uh, be effective and impactful as we paint in this digital realm. So, as I was saying just a second ago, we're going to be using pixelart.com, pixl art.com, and what else? That's our main tool. We also have our hands, our eyes. My cat saying hi over there in the background. They hear you, kitty. Uh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, my cat's awesome, and me and Scorchio were just talking about cats. So let's see. We got some people here. We'll run some trivia for as long as you guys stay around. I probably got to go to sleep here, maybe in about an hour and a half. So we'll push through and make something really awesome. So let's get to it now. Color, lightness.
Hey, it's Benji from All Good Folks.
Oh my god,
If you love
no.
music and you want to support
So
Pete's amazing community of artists,
color, lightness, darkness. Now, when we're thinking about color and lightness, we can look at various art pieces, such as this one. I just drew this cat. I traced it and then I made it my own. But this is an image from Cats on Chain. This is not an official token, but again, I traced this, made it my own. Basically, we're looking at how dark or how light things are when it comes to lightness and shadow and colors, right? I'm not sure how many colors humans can see. I think it's in the 32 million, something like that. Insects can see a lot more. Certain animals can see a whole lot more as well. But for the purpose of this class, we only need to see about 5, right? And so I want to start y'all off with an exercise. So what we'll do is we'll take our circle tool. What's some music doing? We'll take our circle tool and we will pick a nice color. It doesn't really matter what color it is right now, but I'll just use blue for example. Now I'm on a new layer here, and if okay. Anybody in the Discord, just pop in, chime in, say what's up, Jamali. If you have any questions or you don't know what's going on, or if you're having difficulties, just ping me. Let me know, or let Top Shiitake or Scorch Hill know. They are our resident mods for the Mushroom Mob, so they can get you squared away. Just hit them up in the general chat. I don't know. We might have a voice channel chat going right now. If you can find it, great. I got a lot of screens up right now, so again, just confer with Scorch Hill or Top Shiitake, aka Audrey, about any questions. Right. So taking our circle tool, which is right here on the left side, right over here, third one down, circle tool, and what I'm going to do is make 3 circles. Ooh, this might be too small. So this canvas size doesn't really matter, but let's for the sake of this, let's make it 64 by 64. I mean, I can even go 100. Let's go 100. 100 by 100 size. Perfect. Now, oh snap, my cat. Welp. Oh well, that was a good cat. Oh, I can probably screenshot it from my stream. Anyways, I want to make a nice neutral tone, so like a gray or like a light blue or like a light green, whatever's tickling your fancy right now. Maybe that's a little too much. That's also too much. So I want it to be just like kind of a washed out, almost pastel color. So from there, oh, Johnny, what's up? From there, I feel like I need to get more here. There. Now, from what was I saying? Oh yeah, our circle shape. So we got a nice neutral background. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a nice black. Let's just go black for now. And I'm gonna make 3 circles. Now, inside of these circles, I want one to be in the middle of whatever color you choose, right? So you can see this color is in the middle of my color square right around over here. Oh snap, Twitch streamers, you can't see my face. Or see my color square. Hold up 1 second, guys. Screen share, game cap. Where do I put my face, y'all? Webcam. This is the one. Okay, we'll put it in the bottom left corner today. Yeah, okay. Save it. Now, I got one that is right here in the middle of my color square, right? I don't know what my cat wants, but hopefully she's okay. Now, she's like, I'm not. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click down, and to the right. Now it's going to be straight underneath the most brightest color that you have, right? So you can have green, yellow, orange, pink. Mine just so happens to be purpley. And so I went from this middle area right down here to this darker purple. And I hit select color, and then I can draw inside of here. Now, these are slightly off. I don't want y'all to like change colors on me, so let's just start over. So basically what I do, I go from the middle color, I'm going to fill in one shape, and then I'm going to use that same color. I'm not going to click around on these sliding tools. I'm just going to click down inside the color square. I can drag it too, however you want to do it. You can see it live as it happens in this little square, and select that color nice and dark. Okay, now I see that. Next, what I want to do is I'm going to select this middle color here. Middle color. And then I'm going to go back to my color square, and I'm going to move up into the left this time, right? So I started off in the middle around here somewhere. Next, I want to go up into the left close to the white area in the corner, right? So get as close as you like. At one point, it's going to not look purple anymore, but you'll be able to tell if you squint. Now, I have my 3 tones. And you can fill these in with the bucket tool. And you can see that I have a light tone, a middle purple tone, and a darker tone. We could do so much with these. We can make grapes. Let me show you just real quick, right? So having these 3 tones, you're able to get a highlight, you're able to get just a middle tone, and you're also able to get a shadow tone, right? So let me show y'all what this looks like. Do some of this. Some of that in there. And then I'm going to select my brightest color, and I don't need very much of that. Bam! So it kind of looks like a lollipop. Let's finish this thought. Boop. That's what you call a steady hand. I could have drawn that multiple ways, but as you can see, it almost looks like a lollipop. But with these 3 colors, I mean, even 2 of these colors, you can get some very good depth in your image, right? And that's what we want. We want depth, and that's that illusion of things having that 3D roundness to them. So I'm gonna just show y'all again, and then we can do a warm up together. So what I did was I took my 3 circles. Now you don't have to start with the black color line circle. You can start with whatever color you want. So I got 1 circle, and they don't have to touch either. But when they do touch, you can see a little better what's going on. There's 1, there's 2. Nope. Be its friend. Touch. There you go. Now I'm gonna just start off with this blue. Let's click inside my color square. Now I'm looking at it and it's all the way up here. Let's try that out too. I'm gonna bring it all the way up to the top right corner. I'm gonna select that color and I'm gonna fill in this bad boy. Nice, that's my middle. Now, because this is so saturated, I can pretty much go, actually, let me put it like this. I wanna avoid this top corner area and I can go straight down to my darkness. And then because it's so bright, I don't have to be really picky about where it is, but I don't want to cross over this halfway threshold because then it'll just look too washed out, if that makes sense. So basically keep it on this bottom right color area, right? So you don't have to be right down here like we were before. But when we're using high saturation, we do want to keep it we want to keep our dark saturated too, right? So we don't want it to look washed out, and I can show you what that looks like right here. So I'm going to show you, here's a saturated one, nice and close to that right side of this color square. And then some's like less than 50% saturated. So let's put this in here. And actually these don't look too different and too bad. But sometimes you may want something to be more blue than not, or sometimes you're going to have different effects in different lighting situations. And to think and consider this type of stuff makes you a pro artist. So just know that you can have it be really saturated, or you can have it be not saturated at all. I'm hungry. Okay. Very dark. Both blue, but one is a lot more gray. One is a lot more blue. Okay. Now, lastly, again, we don't want to go on this lighter gray side, less saturated. We want to keep it about 20 to 30% saturation, and you can tell by the S here on the HSB. H stands for hue, S stands for saturation, B stands for brightness. So all these colors up here, they're relatively bright, right? The brightest one is going to be white, of course. Some of these get close. Anyways, you want your saturation for this blue somewhere around 31, 30%. Let's see how that looks, right? Let's fill it in. Okay. Now it still works, right? It's got light blue, medium blue, dark blue. But this way, it just got a little more complicated. So now you know the ways you can do either straight down the middle, diagonal, or you can do this kind of upside down L shape with the colors. Now, of course, you're asking yourself, well, if it works with colors, Jamali, does it work with grays too? Well, heck yeah, it does. I can go right in the middle here of this gray. You can change the brightness to be 50, so it's exactly in the middle gray. Okay, so I hit select. Then what I do, I make a circle. Then I fill that circle in. And then I make another circle. But this time, with this circle, I'm just going to make it a strictly darker gray. So I'm just going to slide it on down that left side of my color square. And then maybe I'll make a nice long one. This one's lumpy. Okay, that's fine. There's that. It almost looks brown next to these other colors. Now, we got the last color, and you guessed it, I'm going to go up all the way here on my left side of my color square. Yep, it's nice and gray. You can see the brightness over here is at 90%. That's perfect. It's not completely white. Then I'm gonna make one more square here, or circle, whatever shape you choose to be best, and fill it in. Nice. So this is what I want y'all to do. Let me put it in here. Three color shift. Bro. Shift. Nope. There we go. Okay, that's fine. So for the next 2.5, 3 minutes, we will just make some more of these awesome colors shifts, right? So remember, start with a neutral background. And this color square is your friend. This color square is your friend. Oh man. That's all I want to tell you. Let's go. 3 minutes. Let's warm it up. Anybody got any questions? No one ever has questions. Thank you, friends. So definitely post more memes. Just everybody. All right, get my clock ready. All right. Timer. Not 27 minutes. That's so many minutes. Let's go with 3 minutes. All right, 3 minutes. Can't see myself. Hope my screen's still sharing. I feel like it is. Y'all would have let me know if it wasn't. All right, ready, set, go. It's a pretty sweet hopper PMP. Like that. Very happy. I have like 2 cameras, and they both are like over here, but all my screens are over here. I don't know anymore. Okay. Let's do squares this time. And so you could always use the palette over here on the right side, but what I'm teaching y'all is to be able to use your own colors and make your own palettes, right? To be able to see these color shifts. That's the je ne sais quoi. That's the bee's knees. That's the ripe fruit of of colored art, right? Being able to have a really awesome color palette. Oh man, here, let me draw some examples. I'm making jokes. Can't be the one making jokes in my own class. I mean, I can, but I also gotta focus. Okay, why can I fill my square, but I can't fill my circle? I got a problem with that. So I'm gonna start with green. Boom. Click the color square. Let's go to a darker green. I like that. Bam. Let's see how light we can get this greenhouse. On point we can stay here. Mossy? Let's go with like neon moss. Alright. So look at this. Now we have a whole color palette. Let's make another one. You guys got 42 seconds. Let's go quick about it. Nice middle purple. Oh, that's like blue. Alright. and then hit it with the darkness. It's an interesting play on colors. Ooh. Oh man, I'm excited to sleep in the morning. It's Sunday, y'all. It's officially Sunday here. I know some of my friends over in New Zealand and across many ponds, y'all are like already into tomorrow. Y'all about to have supper and stuff. So shout outs to y'all. I hope you've been having a good day. I'm pretty excited to see what happens our Sunday. I haven't even looked at the news yet. That's so weird. Y'all are like in the future, but everything's still at the same time. Oh, there's a whole chat here? Audrey, I'm not mad at you. Ooh, thanks, y'all. Oh, snap, Scorch Hill. Let's go. Hey, I was invited by Scorch. I'm glad Scorch Hill invited you. Those are good, Audrey. Those are good color shifts. You too, Primero. You could go even darker on your purple, but you can still see there's a nice color range, and that's what we want. We want a nice color range, okay? So, we got 3 colors. Let's have a little fun with it real quick. So, oh yeah. I like those reds. Oh, that looks good, Scorcho. Okay. How do I do this? Okay, there's like too many screens. All right, I cannot with my Twitch right now. So, we understand a little bit about 3 color shifts. Now, let's try it with just straight up gray. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take... Actually, no. Yes. We're going to try it with gray with a pop of color. So, real quick, nice big old circle. Doesn't matter where you put it. You can put it in the middle. You can put it on the side. We're going to put 1 circle. We're going to put 1 square. Didn't want to fill that in, but it put it in there anyway. So I go to my square tool. Right over here on the left side, next to my circles tool. 3rd one down. Go to my square tool. Now, I'm going to, with 1 more square, I'm going to give it a nice body here. Okay. Then I'm going to switch over to my circle tool and circulate some eyes. If you want to add a little mouth in there, go for it. Looking good. Now, what I want to do is I want to give my friend a little, just like I want to just like do a nice little fun fade situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my main color. So this time I'm going to go with orange. Nice, good, sort of bright orange. Okay. So I got my orange. Then I'm going to fill this in. I'm going to fill in that body. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my orange. I'm going to go down to a darker orange. And dark orange just so happens to be brown. So with my brown color selected, I'm going to select my line tool. And then I'm just going to draw a nice waistline, if you will. Then I'm going to draw 1 more right beneath it. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in this bottom area with my dark brown. Bam, just like that. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my color tool, my color selector tool. I'm going to get back to my regular orange. The first color that I had, I want to pick that color. Next, I want to go over and pick a nice light creamsicle color. There's some good flesh tones in here. Not necessarily what I need, but pick what you fancy. You want something light up here. Okay, now I'm going to click and fill in their head. You can fill in their neck too. Now, last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use that line tool with the same light color here. And just somewhere in the body, I'm going to do that same thing I did with these two lines, right? And the second line, and the area above the orange here, I'm going to fill in. Now, as you can see, we made a beautiful gradient, right? It goes from this lovely creamy peach color down to a warm sunsetty orange into this earthy yet warm brown, right? And that's awesome. We want that. We want to be able to see those shifts, and you could do it in the reverse. Let's do it in the reverse real quick. This time I'm going to make a square head person. Okay, so pick a nice dark color for the back, for the outline. Now you don't have to do that either. You could go straight into, oh man, okay, I want to do a purple head, actually a normal purple body, right? So we always start off with the middle color, because that way we know how dark we can go and how light we can go, right? Because if we always started off down here, then it's like, oh well, I can only take it to dark purple, and any step I go like up here, it'll look good, but it's still kind of far, as opposed to like we want it to look like it's just in steps, and like the light is naturally hitting it. So when light hits stuff, it goes from light to medium light to darkest to the shadow area, right? So that's what we're aiming for here. So I'm gonna undo, get rid of some of those. Remember, we're starting with our middle purple color. You can always just hit the color select tool and grab that. Now let's give him a head. Let's make it an actual mushroom this time. Okay, so we got a head. Now you could say, well, I like this idea, but maybe I want to use this color scheme and just use it for details, right? So I go to my darker color, dark purple. I'm gonna make a nice line right there. And you don't have to do 2 lines. You can do 3 lines, however many lines you feel is necessary to get the gist of the gradient, right? So that 2 lines above those, that looks pretty good for me. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my light purple. I want it really saturated, so I'm going to bring it up to the top here. Okay, so got my color. I'm going to select that. Next, I'm going to take this circle tool. Yeah. Oh, that's a good fade, bro. So, and I'm going to make some... I mean, this is just kind of like iconic mushroom capness, but there's that. Do that, and then let's throw a dark purple in there. Now this is a little advanced, but I know y'all are advanced. It's fine. Oh, that's the perfect mouth. It's just in the wrong position. Okay, so now I realize that I put things in the wrong spot. So all you got to do is just move stuff around, and you'll have a good time. And using the color selector tool and your keyboard shortcuts are really going to help you out within this whole process. P, bam, there's that. Now, and again, I only use the lighter and the darker here. What am I going to use for this middle area? I don't know right now. I'm going to figure it out here shortly. But bam. Let me get this faces in here. Bang. Now that's what I'm talking about. Okay. So what I really want to do is I want to get rid of some of these extra colors. They're just hanging around. Yeah. Okay. And then finally, I'm going to use my selection tool. And no, no, no. Selection tool, grab all of this shape, scoot it right over here. Okay. Next, and I'm just gonna use this same. I'm not even gonna get complicated. I'm just gonna add a dark layer right here, and then another normal purple layer on the other side, just to like even this head out, and then I think it'll be done. All right, there's that. Bam. Hey, I didn't want to draw a line. I just want to use a square. Is that, and then what is my cat doing though? She's literally going crazy. So let's do one more bit, and then using that middle color. Nice drawings, y'all. Using that middle color to just embellish. So you can do a lot with 3 colors. You don't have to be so limited where you're just, oh, I need to put one color next to the other color. Now, as you, let's give this person some eyeballs. As you as you evolve in your pixel process, you'll start to make your own decisions about what colors need to go where and how colorful things need to be at all, right? So let's make a new layer. Let me download this PNG real quick. So if you ever just want to get this image out of the program, what I do is I go to the blue and purple star button up here at the top, and I click the download.png button, and there it'll give you a slider where you can resize your image to be wherever you want it to. You can export it for these native social media networks, but at that size, you don't have to use it for that. These are just preset sizes, which are useful if you're using social media in that way. But I think a good 1200 size, about a good 1000 pixel size, that's going to be a great for viewing on a phone, viewing on your computer screen, and it won't get all blurry. So I just hit download PNG, that blue button, and I just download it. Just click save, and it's there. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new layer. New layer, and then what I'll do is I'll hide this last layer. So there's a little dot next to your layers over here on the right side in our layers zone. All you got to do is hit this dot next to it, and you can make as many hard layers as your heart desires or as your RAM can hold. So just be wary of that. Thankfully, pixelart.com is a pretty low power website and pixel editing program. It's very powerful. You can do a bunch of animations and stuff on it. I have done that, but so just don't worry about it. You can add a bunch of layers. You can delete your layers and merge them and stuff. It doesn't have, now let me not say what it doesn't have, but I haven't explored all of the oh, there's a clipping mask. I haven't explored everything that it can do, but it's very similar to Photoshop in its functionalities. So we got some people here. Let's run some trivia. So I like to do trivia here at my classes. It's always fun to learn stuff. It's definitely fun to win stuff. And if you are smart enough this evening, I only got a few trivia questions, then I will give you, or you will win a one-on-one piece from myself. So there's, I'll do 4 questions. I got 3 typed up, but the 4th one I'll find. Easy. So let's start it off. Oh, let me grab my tally sheet because this is important. Okay, so we all love mushrooms here, and okay, wait, hold up. Let me get to the thing. I'm gonna post it in the chat. Bam. This chat is like super clutch. Now, oh, good one, Scorchill. He's got like a Devo hat. We love mushrooms here. Said this. I don't know how many times we can say it. But when growing mushrooms, what natural phenomenon makes mushrooms grow more bountifully? Enter. So, in the chat, we got the trivia question, the first one. So, is it earthquakes? Get a good shake going on. Is it forest fires? Incredibly scary. I don't know which is scarier. Is it lightning? Lightning's kind of crazy. Or is it landslides? Now, which one of these phenomenon make mushrooms grow more bountifully? Mushrooms can grow in all types of conditions. Y'all got a minute to pop in your answer. I don't know that I gave Audrey the answers. I don't think she does have the answers. Oh, so it's fair game. It's super fair game. If more than two people like win, then you'll totally get an NFT from me. Oh, she knows the answer. Oh yeah. Just put your answer in the chat, Scorchill. Okay, you got 20 seconds. Old Shroom, get your answer in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Yep. That's exactly it. Audrey put it in the chat. It's C. So no one got it that time. That's okay. Those are great guesses. I'm pretty sure that mushrooms will grow more from forest fires, but I know that I was doing some research today that said that when lightning strikes near mushroom patches and as Audrey said, in like Japanese farmers, like it doubles the amount of shiitakes that grow. So it's electric in that way. So shout out to y'all. You know, even if you don't win the trivia question, you win knowledge. And that's what's important in life. Knowledge is power, and used knowledge is really powerful. That's cool. Scorchoso that said that he's had mushrooms grow near a lightning struck tree. Oh man, that's so weird. Mega energy for real. All right, let's keep the energy rolling. Let's keep on arting it up. So we know 3 color steps. We know how to do that. Now let's bump it up a notch. Let's go for 5. So we're still going to use that same system. We're still going to use the basic shape, and we're just going to fill it in. Okay, so here I'm on a new layer, and I'm just gonna fill it in again with a nice neutral tone. Let's go for a light brown this time. That looks good. Okay. And we use these neutral tones to just help the other colors pop out, right? You don't want to have a whole bunch of like really bright oranges on top of like this red. Like, it works, don't get me wrong. This is kind of a cool piece in and of itself. I like this. I might hang this in my house, but at the same time, it does a lot for your eyes. Like, it's a It's a lot to look at. So that's why we use neutral colors when we're playing around, when we're sketching, when we are just kind of getting the hang of things. So starting off, let's just start with where we're at right now. So we're gonna start with this neutral, and that neutral is going to be, let's just make a nice little circle around it. Oh, I can't see it. Okay, bam. Okay, let's do this. Let's do it like this. Let's just make some squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5. Now I'm just gonna start fresh. Let's start with this beautiful turquoise. So I'm gonna start in the middle down here, and you guessed it, I'm gonna fill in that middle square. Now I could do a nice really bright one. Either way it goes, the principle's the same. So let's start with the really bright one. Next, I want to go to my darkness, right? So right down, moving it down, keeping it on that diagonal. Remember, because if it's too far off the saturation, then it'll just look gray. And we don't want that. We want it to have some punch to it, right? We want it to have that impact. So pick a nice dark turquoise here, and then fill in. Then you guessed it, we're going to go right up here to our light colors. Light sea foam. Fill that in. Next. Ooh, that's a good one from Arrow. I like those eyes. That's baked. Okay, so next, in between, I'm proud of you. First mushroom, let's go. So in between the middle color and this the lightest color, we're just gonna select a color in between those, right? So closer to the middle, because we don't want it to look too light. And bam, throw it in the mix. Next, you guessed it, we're just gonna go on the other side of this. So basically you can just drag it right over to the other side where you think it would live. A nice good forest green. Now you can see here I kind of went up and down the scale. If I went straight down this diagonal, they'd look a lot closer. So let's do that. And plus, I think this dark green looks good, but I can make it even darker, right? I almost want it black, like almost want it to be black. So let's go with circle shapes. I'm gonna take this here. Hey, nah, bro, I want a purple. Okay, 1, 2. And you know what? Let's just have them touch each other. 2, 3. 3, okay. And 4, bam. Now, I think this dark purple is a really good dark purple. So I'm going to keep it there. And I'm going to fill in my darkest purple. Next, I'm going to move to my middle color. Straight on the diagonal here. Nice and purpley. Middle. Selected. Scorcho, that looks really good. And then I'm going to go up to my light purple. Maybe really close to white this time. There it is. Now I'm going to go in the middle between my lightest color and my middleest color. Middleest is not a word I know, but it's what it is. So bam, fill that in. Next, my medium darkest color. There it is. Now you can kind of see. Even this light purple could probably be a little less really light purple, but I like it nonetheless. Now, let's do one more of these. Okay, wait. What shape do I need? Uh, next let's make a There's so many good shapes. There's a square or circle. There's just so many options. Let's go with oh, how about a yellow one? Yellow looks great. The yellow's a fun one too, um, to play with. So I'm gonna go. I got my dark colors here. Now maybe we do it just how we did that last one. Why did it do that? I don't. I want it dark blue, please. So where we make a gradient, right? So this one you gotta focus a little. Now, go to my yellow color. And this time I'm going straight up here to the top right corner, like full saturation, full color, full on brightness. It's there. That's what I want. So I'm going to find the middle somewhere here and I'm going to make a square. Now, what I'm doing with this square is I'm using the fill in option. So every time I draw a square, no matter what, no matter how big, it'll fill it in, right? Even super huge, it'll automatically fill it in, which is great and useful when you're doing all types of stuff. Yeah, you guys are getting your color shifts, no problem. So I got that. Now I'm gonna go light yellow, and then I'm gonna go dark yellow. Now when you go dark yellow, it looks, depending on how your yellow is and which one you choose, if it's more of a closer to green yellow, or if it's closer to orange yellow, whichever one you choose, it will probably look like a dirty green, dirty brown color. That's all right. It's totally all right. That's just the way brown looks, or that's the way yellow looks. But it all makes sense in. Oh man, that's like. Can I be darker? It's got to be darker than that. Yeah. There we go. And then I choose this golden color right in the middle. And then I'm going to choose another color. Now, because this light yellow is like almost on the gray end and this middle yellow is like really on the bright end, I want something up here in the middle between that like grayish yellow color. Nice and bright, pastel, if you will. Drop this in. It'll do. Now, I'm just gonna use that single line action to do some like little gradients between my between my shapes. Square tool of the Q. Bam. Bam. And then I want this one. Back to Q. Yep. And then last one. And so once you start to get to the different colors, you can choose either color and just go on either side, right? So here I'm choosing this lighter brown or this lighter yellow or this whatever, the lighter of the two dark yellows. Bam. And as you can see, it's a nice little progression we got here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get rid of that. I want this one. Nope. That. And that. There we are. Let me see what you got, Audrey. It's really small. Oh, it's a caterpillar. I like that. Fantastic. Now, what time is it? 42. Let us just bask in this for a second. So we started off, let's just recap, reset the room. we started off with some simple, just shapes, just understanding how deep our colors can go, how bright they can go, what they can look like in practicality, right? And then using that practice, we're able to color shift. This isn't really so much hue shifting at the moment, but understanding how to color shift is a step into hue shifting, which basically means that you change colors depending on where the light is, right? So if things are brighter, you want them warmer colors. If things are darker, you want them cooler colors. Simple as that. That's hue shifting. But we're talking about color shifting and tonality shifting. Freaking, you guys are awesome participants right now. So let me check on my Twitch. Make sure that's good. Cool. Thanks for the follow. We did that. Understanding how to make just simple gradients. Now, you could also break up these colors and break up these lines more if you like to and get really fancy. Add different colors within this. You know, have another like slightly darker orange and then a slightly darker brown, orange brown. You can go up and down and play with it. You can make shines, however you want to do it. But like this is the meat of it, or this is the core fruit of it. If you're vegan, now then we also explored how to do this with 5 steps. And lastly, let's just do it with gray so we have an understanding of how it works with gray. So starting off with my, I'm gonna make some. Seems like you guys are pretty good at this and using the square. So I'm gonna start off with a nice middle gray, right? Middle gray, and I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm gonna make circles this time. I got a circle. I'm gonna actually do 2 circles and fill in the one above it. So there's that. And then you already guessed it. The lightest gray we can get is white. So there's that. Then I'm gonna go back down. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to class. We're just making some color shifts here. Then I'm gonna go back down towards my middle. I'm gonna find a nice middly dark gray. Oh, snap. Do not want to fill all that in. There's this. That's a really good shape. So there's that. Medium dark gray. And then, you guessed it, the darkest of darks is black. So, I'm going to take that same tool. Make a nice circle here. Bam. And then I'm just going to download this at 1,000. I think this is at Twitter size. Nah, it's on Instagram size. Save it. Cool. Now, we're gonna take a quick break-a-roni. And yeah, y'all play with this some more. I'll be back in like probably less than 4 minutes. I gotta get some more water and stuff. Yeah, I'll be right back. Hi. Tap, 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 tap. Alright, let me mute this. broke. Okay. Oh, snap. Back in the mix. Back in the mix. Hold up. Let me get my Twitch stream. Can't mess around for my friends who want to paint later, who want to create later. All right, let me set these keys down. Oh man! All right, now it's time to get to some fun stuff. Now this has been fun for sure. Everyone loves a good old pixeling, but now we're gonna make some art. The lifeblood of society and culture for eons, next to actual blood. Anyways, I'm gonna go back into pixel art. Now, what you can do is you can go ahead, if you have a profile on pixelart.com, which is very easy to set up and it's free. You can, oh man, this thing's leaking on me. You can save this drawing, edit it later. You can even watch the replay of yourself creating it. Now, it's not like a play for play replay. It is just, it's just like kind of like a GIF. Like it captures the main highlights. So that didn't sound good. Let's chill on that one. All right. Yeah, it's spazzing out on me. That's done. I left my vaporizer in the car too long and it was hot. So don't do that. Keep them at room temperature. Anyways, moving on. So what I'm gonna do here, let's just start it off with some trivia. Easy. Feels like a trivia type of moment. Now, okay, this one should be pretty easy. Go back to the chat. Okay, you can load. There you go. Yeller gems. Okay, so the next question is who let me just finish typing first. Okay, here we go. Now, there's a lot of cool space stuff happening this week, and so current events, which space probe telescope, or whatever device that thing's called, sent back pictures of deep space earlier this week. Some of them look like exploding jelly beans. Some of them look like just normal deep space photos. But what's the answer? Is it the Richardson telescope? Is it the Freedom telescope? Is it the Hubble telescope? Or is it D, the Achiever telescope? You guys got a minute to rack your brains. Don't Google it. But if you were on Google at any point during this week, I'm sure like the automated ad and story producers was like, hey, look at these photos of space from this cool telescope. NASA took them. And I'm not going to get into conspiracies about if it's actually real or not. Because what is real, honestly, at the end of the day? But they're still cool. I like science. Oh, yeah, that's definitely tripping out. I'm glad I'm not using that anymore. Okay, so, we got some answers coming in. All right, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Thanks for your honesty. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the answer, my friends, is C. It's the Hubble telescope. I think I kind of made up some of the other ones. B might be the name of a rocket. Now, if you don't live in the States, I don't think it shouldn't matter. I feel like this is global news. Whenever space photos come back, it's always a big deal because it takes like years for us to get that data. I don't know about how about now because it might be a quicker way. But so who got that right? Scorcho, you got it right. And then Audrey. And then Ashi. You got it. Nice. Y'all are on the board. Primero's all late. Where were you? It's okay. It's okay. There's more. There's more. All right. Now, we got a good trivia in. We learned about space. Let's take up some space on this canvas. So what I'm going to do is, just for the sake of this, I'm just going to make a new layer. Easy peasy. Now, I'm on the 100 by 100 canvas size. This is a great size because, one, what I learned is you can use it as like a great way to just how we were just using it, you can use all this different space to get a fairly amount of good information in each of these like pixel zones, right? So so what I'm saying now is with this bigger with this much space and with going for an actual image, you have more space to play around. Say, okay, you're making game sprites, right? Which are those little the little characters in most Mario or whatever games. Now, most game sprites traditionally are going to be around between 16 pixels and 48 pixels, right? And this is because of several things. One, you don't if you're animating something that's like got jeez it's got it's got some eyes, it's got like two different color arms, you know what I mean? It's got this whole blue zone, but then the blue zone has like four different like color blues in it, right? The more complex your image is at a larger scale, then that just means you're just gonna have to animate it more. Do you want to do that? That's something you got to think about when you're making it. So what we do is we create in a small zone, right? So today we're not going to do this like specifically, but this is the basis of what we're doing, right? So say I want a character to be say this is 48 by 48 pixels, right? Everything in here is going to be my workspace, right? And maybe outside I can like figure out, okay, is this the eye I want to use? Is that the eye shape I want to use? Like, how do I want my lines to look? And then I can go in here and I can make whatever shape I need to do. All right. This is just a very random squiggle. Make it a penguin. Okay. Easy, right? So if I were trying to make this same image larger, then I just have more space to worry about. I have more things to like my eye can be like a simple eye. Like it's a two-edged sword, right? You can add more stuff, but once you start animating it or once you start having different parts of it move, it becomes more complicated. So you want to have something be relatively simple. And ways to do that is to create a workspace where you have room to play around and try different things out. Put your color palettes over here, and then you can say, okay, these are the colors I want to use, or maybe they aren't. Whatever. what's important is you have this smaller workspace, so whatever you build in here, it's like a template. Like anything in here is going to be the size you need, and anything outside of this, just fun space. And then, if they're on multiple layers and it looks good at the end of the day, then you're like, okay, well, now I just have this cool area, and I can get rid of all this other stuff on top of it, make a new layer, what have you, right? So there's ways to do that, but the key here is we're just using smaller spaces to enrich the detail and enrich that focus, right? And in turn, if you wanted to animate it, if you wanted to have it be in any other format, you can do that, and also have a template for yourself, right? So you're kind of working both ends of the candle. Now let's have some more fun. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our bucket tool, and I'm going to pick a nice neutral brown, neutral color, neutral tone. By neutral tone, for anyone new who's joining us, that just means something that's not going to pop too hard. So I don't want to choose a very light yellow as my background. That's not neutral, that's bright. But this kind of pastel yellow, a slightly better choice, still a little bright. But here I want it to be more on the gray side. That gray is a resting place for our eyes, right? So I kind of like this. This is a nice, it's warm, it's bright, it's good. Next, I'm going to take my square tool, and I'm going to just pick any old dark color. Black works fine. You can always change the color, but let's just start off with a dark purple. I feel dark purple is good. So with my square color ready, was my square shape ready to go, I'm gonna just draw a nice, okay, hold up, let me tell you what we're making. What we're gonna make here is we're gonna make a little not really a character select screen, more like a character info screen. So if you've ever played like RPGs, or if you've ever played role-playing games, or if you've ever played like any video game, there's usually a screen that tells you who your character is, what they have, and what they do, right? So that's what we're going to make out here. So I just draw one big rectangle on the left side, then I'm going to line up my squares, and I'm going to draw a nice big square on this side. Do I want it to be smaller? Nah, we'll work in the 100 right now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw one more square right down here, right? So what we're building is a user interface. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in these shapes, and simply. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose another neutral tone, but this time I'm just going to choose something simple. So like this bluish gray over here on the color palette, that looks nice. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in these squares with that. Now here you have a choice. You can go lighter or you can go darker. I'm going to go a little bit lighter. So I'm just going to go up and over here. Oh, let's get some music on. Okay, then I'm going to take my line tool. Yes, my line tool. And I'm going to go on my leftmost rectangle, the first one I drew. I'm just going to draw a nice line going from one corner to the next. Easy peasy. Extra snacks. Bam, and then I fill in either side. I like the top side to be lighter. Really gives it some weight, right? Otherwise. And then for this next trick, this bottom square here, I want to add a zigzag, but not like a lot of zigzag. Maybe just like 2 zigs, 1 zag, and then a straight line. See, zigzag, straight line. And then here you can do the same thing. Fill in top half of it or the bottom half. I like the bottom half on this one. It kind of looks like it's linked with this other shape. Next, Uh, lastly, we're gonna fill in this square over here. So here you can have a little fun. I'm gonna do some circles. So I'm gonna do some circles right in the middle. They're just overlapping, and we don't have to worry about that right now because the overlap, because we're gonna just like fill this in, so it's gonna be one big old shape. That, bam, and then just push it right to the edge there. Perfect. Next, I'm gonna grab my bucket tool and just fill this in. Uh-huh. That's a pretty solid shape. I'm just gonna make it more shapely over here because it seems kind of unbalanced. Bam, there we go. Need some more over here. Okay. There we go. That looks good. Now this is just going to be a background. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add a new layer. Right. So over here in our layer zone, I'm going to the circle with a plus button, add layer, smash that button, and then what? Oh, and then like what? I looked at my camera and like totally spaced. Um, now that we have this lovely background zone, let's add some. Oh, we need like a name bar. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the. I don't want the darkest dark I got. I want a nice medium dark. If that makes sense, right? So I can just click my color square. I don't want the middle color. I want it slightly darker than that. That looks good. So then I'm gonna draw a nice line up here. It doesn't have to go from edge to edge. You can. Let's do one like that. Let's do one like that on the top. Let's do like another one on the bottom. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to have some like little detail lines. I'm not being super picky about how far away they are right now. But if you would like to, you can. Can you zoom in? No, what you got to do to see this is. How did I see the grid? Grid. There it is. So if you go to settings, right at the top menu bar area, right next to downloads, hit settings, and then it should just pop up settings there, and then you can change the icons. Stop playing, bro. Set a mouse to current tool icon. That might be tight. Just hit turn on the grid. Now, okay, so when you zoom in using your scroll wheel, that is going to give you your grid, right? You can't see it all the way zoomed out, but if you zoom in once, you'll be able to see it. Another way to zoom in is up here on the navigation menu on the right side, right above our layer zone. So now while I'm zoomed in, I can see and I can count and calculate the space between the layers. Or what I can do is I can, since I have two layers right now, I can just select them, Control or Apple C, whichever operating system you're on. Then I paste it. Oh snap! Paste. Boom! Now I have perfection. All right, so I can just do that and then paste it one more time. Oh, I can go a few more times here. Maybe I'll just give it some space. Maybe this will be a different stat or something. Right? That's okay. Next, what we're gonna do is, we got our top area, we got our bottom area, we got our middle area. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some some shapes for, what is this? Like like power ups or like experience or gems. So let's start off with our experience bar. Experience is usually how much um, what's the word? How much? How do I explain experience? Man, y'all know what experience is. But in games, it's how closely you are to your next level. Now, I want to just go on this left side here, or the right side, give it a nice rectangle. Then I want to kind of have these power bar like situations user interface. So I'm gonna do, um, I'm gonna pick my circle here, using my circle tool to make circles. You kind of got to start right above where you want your circle to be. Like, so, I'm still figuring out how to like draw circles perfectly in this app. You got to start where you want your top pixel to be, and then it'll drag from there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? Yeah. Then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add a second layer under this experience bar. Maybe this is like uh, uh, a magic bar or something. I don't know. But I think it just needed another bar. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line. So I'm going to take my line tool. After I got some good old shapes in there, I'm going to take my line tool and I'm just going to draw diagonals across these circles. Now I'm just making this up out of my head, but if you wanted to, I mean, I've played a lot of video games, so it's kind of ingrained in me, but just, thinking about like those little icons that tell you how much health you got left. Now, last part with this, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, and over here I'm on the bottom, I'm gonna write POW for power. So I'm just gonna make some simple letters, nice and tall. Now, am I gonna run out of space for this W? Let's see. Yes, I am. That's okay. Just erase it. And maybe one of these is halfway done anyways. Boop. Just like that. Burp. Okay, that looks good. Now we're just gonna do the letters E, X, P for experience. E. Okay, so my X's, so my letters are like 3 wide on most parts. So, there we go. Oh, snap. Now I gotta do it the other way. How did I do this before? That is completely not an X, y'all. Okay, maybe it's like this. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I got it. See, I'm not perfect. I never claimed to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah. There. Oof. Okay, so that looks good. Now, oh snap. Nah, dog. Okay. Scroll. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this here because it needs to move closer. How do I feel about this half circle? I'm not mad about it. It's actually fine. For the sake of teaching, we'll keep on moving. So we got a few elements there. We got a few elements here. Looking good. You can add more shapes inside of these shapes as you see fit. You could add a circle. You add some triangles. However you want your user interface to be and to live. Now, next part. we're gonna add our character. So, um, we did a little bit with overlapping lines before here in this class, a little bit. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna really use this overlapping line method to just build our character up. But before we do that, we need a reference photo. I have new tab by Flickr. That's what's up. That's what's up. No, it's not really what's up. Now, I feel like I've drawn that mushroom before. There's literally so many mushrooms. Oh man, some of them even I really like the ones with the net on them. I feel like it's always these mushrooms. There's like at least 1,000 mushrooms. And also, mushrooms I learned are like the fruits of the mycelium, right? So how apples have branches, and then those branches have flowers, and those flowers have apple fruits. Mushrooms are like that too, except rather than being um, above ground, they're underground. And then when you see a mushroom, that's only like 5% of the rest of the organism, right? So think about that. Some of these mushrooms you barely see one of them, and maybe you'll see like 5 or 10 in your yard. But think about it, like if that's 5% of the total mushroom nest and like package, that's a whole lot, that we're not seeing, that like connects with trees that bugs are crawling over, that are just growing in places that we would never see. And I mean, even thinking about how mushrooms grow in different climates and like man-made spaces, and they're amazing. And you can grow them in this bag. You can grow them like they can grow pretty much in anything, almost. Don't quote me. They do need to have airflow, that's for sure. Okay, so I like this one. It has a little bell on it. Um, this is a really powerful orange. This won me. Okay, so I don't know if this has a title. What kind of mushroom are you? Actually, you know what? I like this one. I like this brown mushroom. They don't even have names, just mushroom. Okay, good. So, it doesn't really have all the colors that I want, but it's got 2 colors, and that should be simple enough for us. So, I don't think these are called portobellos. It doesn't matter what they're called right now. I'll think of the name. I am not a mycologist. I'm just a mycology enthused artist. There's a small difference. Now, let us look. So, when creating characters, I always like to use simple shapes to give us the form or the general like gist of what our shape is, right? So if we're looking at this, better not bring me somewhere weird. Great. If we're looking at this, it's basically a circle on top of a rectangle, but that rectangle is also a circle as well, right? So if I'm just looking at how the shape of the mushroom looks, this will help me get my shapes down for my characters, right? So for this mushroom, there is a nice brown top, and it doesn't have like the frill. It has frills, you can see, but its frills aren't really like flipping out all over the place like some other mushrooms are, and like some mushrooms that we've drawn before. So this simplicity will be great because we can also add in some wiggly arms, which is a staple for these mushroom mob classes. And I know Audrey loves them, so try to integrate that. Now, let's just start off simple. I'm going to start off with a nice good old medium brown. It's confirmed Audrey loves wiggly arms on mushrooms. I do too. So I'm gonna choose a nice middle brown here. You can choose whatever you like. Now, you don't have to choose this same mushroom. If you want to Google your own mushroom or you minted your own mushroom mob mushroom, how many more times am I going to say mushroom? If you minted your own token, then you can use that. I mean, use whatever reference you want, but I want to show you how to reference images, right? We don't just look at the colors, we look at the shapes, we look at like these details and everything. But we got to start off with the simple stuff. So that's this big old round shape. Now, I got my brown. Let's make a good old circle. Now, this looks good. Okay, so then I'm going to draw one more circle beneath that. Maybe right next to it. And then I'm going to draw one beneath it if I can line them up. That's fine. And then I'm going to draw some circles on the inside that like kind of pull the shape out, right? You see what's happening? Rather than it being this kind of thinner circle, what I'm doing is I'm going for this kind of wideness. And I'm starting in the middle and then I'm dragging it out from the center and giving my mushroom some girth. In its head, look at that. Now, I'm just going to use my pencil tool to like connect some of these spots. Cool. That looks good. Now I'm going to switch over to my eraser tool. We haven't used our eraser tool very much today, but we're going to start using it now. So then with my eraser tool, I can just get rid of... Oh, I like how it's showing my tool a little bit. I think this will be fine. Boom. So yeah, basically when I'm just getting rid of all these lines that are overlapping, all this double pixel action. I don't need it right now. Bam. So from there, you can go to your select tool, go into lasso, and the lasso allows you to select things like specifically, right? You're not doing it just by a square or by a circle, but you're wrapping the selector around what you want to select. Easy peasy. That's called our lasso tool. So then once you're selected it, all this stuff in the middle, it'll give a nice little highlight on it, and then you know it's selected. Now I can move this up, down, all around. I don't want to. I just want to hit delete, and then it deletes. Now I need to go back because it did something wrong. And I don't know what I did, but I'm just gonna select this stuff. Hold up, bro. Wand. How does that work? No. Anyways, I should be on a new layer as it is. But you know what? I'm just gonna do this like this. Go to my eraser tool. I'm gonna change my pixel size to like 4. And then this way I can quickly erase whatever's hanging out on the inside of this mushroom head that we're creating. Bam. There we go. So don't be afraid to change the brush size. So we got a lovely mushroom head. Will I have enough room for wiggly arms? I'm going to make enough room. Now, I'm going to choose my rectangle tool. I still got that same brown. And I want the pixel size to be 1. All right. Next. Oh, snap. I'm just going to go from the bottom of this mushroom here. I like that. Let's add a little bit more on this side because it is, if I go back to my reference, which I want to do often, I can see that the body of this mushroom stem here is like maybe like a third the width of this, right? See, Can't see my hands, but the stem takes up about half of it almost. So there's another quarter here and another about quarter here. So I just say they're thirds. So going back to my drawing, I can just do this simply because I'm in that drafting mode. I'm in the just figuring out where it needs to be where mode. I can see, okay, now if I make it like a big square here, I can see that about a third of this side is done, and then about a third of this side is full. So that looks good. I'll just leave that there. Next, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get rid of these lines here in the middle. And so, if you ever use Adobe Illustrator before, the way that vector images can be cut away from and extruded and also created is very similar to this method, right? So you take some shapes, you put them one over the other, and then you delete what you don't need. Pretty efficient. Now, it needs eyes, but it also needs arms. So its arms are going to be up top. Now, for this wiggly arm, I want mine to go off the page here. He's like really excited. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my line tool and just kind of zigzag this line back and forth. Nice. Oh. And then what I do is I make another line just on the opposite side of that. What I could do is I could select this arm here and then I could... Oh, I'm on a new layer? That is awesome. I could select this arm here and then I could copy it and paste it. I might just do that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Actually, my lasso tool has been acting funny. But let's try anyways. Let us try. So copy, paste. There we go. Now, do I want it the same way? Yes, I do. And so once I got it in a set situation, I just click another tool to set that selection there. And then I get rid of the extra lines. But y'all probably knew that. You knew I was going for that. So we're cleaning up as we go through our piece. All right. We've got the basics. Next. Okay. I mean, that's pretty much it. But you know what I want to do is I want to add some roundness to this mushroom. So I'm just going to take out some of this bottom corner. So what I did was I just filled it up a little bit, and when I give it these diagonals, that's like a little too much. Here? Yeah. With this diagonal here, it just gives it the illusion that it's rounded out. Also, I'm going to make my arms come around the front of my mushroom here because I think that'll look best. Yeah, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Boom. Maybe one's in the back, one's in the front. Let's rock it like that. Okay. Let's keep it pushing. Then let's pop in another trivia question. I think I can get 2 more in. Get a good winner. Now, Mushroom Mob has been so gracious as to give us this Pushin Pixels class a lovely donation of one of their super cute, super pixelated Mushroom Mob tokens. So they're giving it away. You wonder to yourself, well, how do I win that, Jamali? Well, part of it is being here, and the other part is I want you to submit some art to. There's an art channel. You could also submit it to this Pixel chat, but the art channel, excuse me, is where we'll go down, and then our lovely mods will determine whom who made the best piece. So give it your best. I want to do it within the next day or so. So if you drop some art, if everyone drops art in the chat tonight, then awesome. Then we can get someone awarded. If not, then we'll just do it in a few days here, and then we'll reach out to you. So don't worry if you win. That's it. I'm loving that. I like the simple power thing. Oh, nice experience bars too. Oh, y'all are so good. This is like my favorite thing. Okay. So, submit some art. You can win an NFT. Yeah, good reference too. Is that a wait? Is that a mushroom coming out of an orange? Hey, you got the see, but I like it because you got the perspective of the cap, and like yeah, those gill things look really good. Can't wait to see what you do with the rest of those colors. So now I'm gonna get rid of that one. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's do it like this. I'm going to choose a new color. Actually, no, I like this brown. Let's just keep it brown for now. But I am going to go slightly more orangey brown because I want it to look more accurate to my mushroom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in. Boom. I'm going to fill in all. Oh, snap. So look, you got to make sure that these empty lines are like closed off. Otherwise, when you go to fill it in, then it will fill in everything that's open and available to be filled in, right? So what you got to do is you got to just give it a nice little border up here on one side, little border on the other side, then you're good to go. Okay. Let me get rid of this side. Bang. I might make some adjustments. So now you say, well, Jamali, how does all that color stuff we did earlier come into play? Well, let's see. So we can take it 3 color, we can take it 5 color. Let's go 3 to start off with. We already have our middle tone. Now we can just make a nice darker tone and then go to my reference piece. Now the thing about this is the stem is white and the top is brown. So that means I need to just quickly make this stem a lighter color and not that color. This color, that'll work for now. And then I want to go back to that brown, that's the main color. Then I'm going to pick a slightly darker brown, right? It doesn't have to be the darkest. I don't want it, I mean, go close to black just for safety. Now, here, you can use your pencil tool to just give it a nice wiggle, and I'm what's the word? Mimicking the shape on the bottom. You don't have to do it exact because these, if we're looking at our mushrooms, the top, they're jagged. They're unique and they're organic, right? So the shadow shape down here in the bottom, it's going to be organic too, and that's what we're making. We're making our shadow shape. So our shadow shape, excuse me. So I take this dark brown and I just click in there and I fill it in. Easy peasy. Next, I'm gonna go back to my pencil tool and I'm gonna go up to my arms, and because the darkness is on this bottom and right side, I want to keep that lighting consistent. So imagining that my light source, this is my sun or whatever it is, I mean my grow light, what have you, it's coming down this way, right? So all my shadows are going to be on this right side, and all my highlights are going to be on my left side. So it works pretty easily like that. So I'm just going to go back to this darker brown, taking my pencil tool, and then I'm going to zoom in just to get the detail I want. But here's how I think about this. When I'm filling in spaces, I want it to be like, and then the light's pretty like pretty straight on light. I pretty much want it to be in equal parts, right? So part of it's the main base color, part of it's the dark color, and part of it's the light color. Now, another thing to note is that your dark colors and your light colors are going to be the least prevalent too. So don't really think too hard about it. Just know that you want your colors to be balanced, right? You don't want all of it to be over here and then there's only like a small sliver. If you're doing more complex lighting and things like that, then yes, that's something to think about. Oh man, I really want to put boots on this mushroom. Maybe I can. So where are we at, friends? So now I got one arm in. Oh, my shadow was trying to hide from me. Okay, there's that. Now it's gonna be thicker down here at the bottom because there's less light getting to it. Most of the light's up here. I'm not gonna worry about all these like kind of intermediary curves and stuff. Knock yourself out if you feel like that's for you. Now, last part before we get into the details, I'm just gonna go to my reference picture. Now, just for simplicity, we have a nice light brown right here. What we can do, we can do two different things. Okay, there's one, we haven't messed with this before, but there's this tool called the dithering tool. Excuse me, dithering tool. That's dither, dither. And what you do with it is you select it, and then when you draw, oh snap, it will give you. Hold up, I'm just trying to figure out my life real quick. It'll draw in patterns. I don't know why. See how it like breaks up the line and creates a checker pattern? Maybe that's what I want to do. Yeah, something like that. Cause I kind of like it. So what I'm gonna do for that is I'm gonna select this main color. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go either slightly brighter or slightly darker. Your choice, your call. And then from there, you can use any of these tools. Bam, see what happened there? It's not completely darker and it's not completely lighter. It's just different. Oh snap. I keep pushing the wrong button. Okay, so that was a little wild. So I want to turn down. So I'm using this spray paint tool. I want to turn down the opacity. I want to turn down the brush size. The speed's fine. Maybe I should have kept the brush size up. Whatever. That looks fine. We're just going to come over on top of it. Next, we got our texture in there. Next, we're just going to drop in a light tone. So you already know what's up. Close to the white. I want it more on the top half of this color zone here, because I want it to be pretty bright. And don't worry about this light outline here. If you have a dark outline on yours, good. If you don't, that's all right. You just want something that you can see right now. So to put these highlights in, I take my lighter brown color and I'm just gonna go along the edge. Now what I did was I started where my shadow ended, right? So I don't want it to be right here. I mean, that's not bad, but this area right here kind of got funky. So in order to maintain proper non-jiveness, all I want to do is just stick with the width of the shadow, right? And also keep those shapes in line with each other. So I'm just gonna go around the corners here. And again, if you remember, I said we want a good balance, but we also don't want too much of one color, right? So I want to make, when you start to add darker colors and lighter colors, they start to really push and play with the contrast, meaning how easy it is to see different parts of things. High contrast means there's a very stark difference. Low contrast means it's um, like this right here. Like there's not much of a difference between these colors. So I'm taking that light brown, almost peach color, and just adding in some highlights. Zooming out every once in a while just to make sure things look solid. Okay. Okay. And you can match the space bar, and that'll give you a preview of what you're doing at any time. So, a few of these up here. Now, what you might notice is I'm not clicking every single one of these. Again, I'm going from a light one, a medium one, to a dark one. So that way, it's a nice shift. Because if I started doing that down here, then it's going to get too crowded. Then it's going to look too bright. Don't even do all that. Looking good, Primero. Oh, you took one of the powers away. Oh, no, it was been away. That's some good shading. Okay. I want to bring back that one. Okay. I need one more, actually. Okay, so there's that. I can even add a few right here, kind of doing that gradient thing. I can just do one right there. That looks good. So next, let's give it some eyes. Ooh. This mushroom does not have eyes, but if I were to give it some, it would probably start off with a circle. What's the emotion? I'm feeling excited AF, so that's what we're gonna roll with. We're gonna go with a really excited mushroom. It's excited. It's gonna be eaten for optimal health. not not sad at all. It knows its existence. It knows its purpose. Unlike some of these humans out here. Anyway, anyways, we got our mushroom. We got some highlights in that thing. Let us drop. No. I'm gonna continue on the warpath. Let's make some eyes. Excited eyes. Again. Just Googling stuff for references. That's what it's there for. It's not just there for SEO. Or finding out random trivia facts. Ooh! These misty eyes are great. So, for my excited eyes, I don't want to scroll too far here. It's very much a star in there, or this big washed out pupil situation. High eyebrows, Look at Misty. I'm really drawn to this one. I also really like this one too. Straight star eyes. So looking at this one, it's a black outline, 2 colors on the inside, very saturated. And again, high eyebrows. A lot of this. Also, we got some good cheekage here, some blush action, and this kind of ooh face, but we'll work that in. I think this is actually a great example. It's got a bunch of colors in it. I'm gonna try and run it. Okay. Let's click this. Hopefully it doesn't come out small. Okay, cool. That's big enough for me. So what we're gonna do is, now you can always change these colors. If you don't like them, please change them. And you know what? While I'm here, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go straight for my eyes, like I said it was. So I'm gonna pick a nice dark color here. I'm gonna want space to work, so that's good. Then what did I say? Then there's the white part, and then there's a sparkly eye part. So we got options. Let's try it both ways and figure out which way looks best for us. Okay, now because there's all this texture inside of this this eyeball area, and because I also didn't make it into a new layer, then I have to deal with clicking all these squares in. But that is not a problem. It didn't take very long. So I got my this part, and then let's go for, I like that blue and yellow first off. So just a nice fatty star with a blue inside. And then just gonna pick a good old yellow, doesn't matter from where. Now to make a star, I want to zoom in. Five-pointed stars, how do they look? You gotta, it's 2, 3, 2, is that it? That's it. Yep, so it's 1, 5, 3, 2. So it looks just like this. 1 yellow at the top, 5 yellows right below it, 3 yellows beneath that, and then 2 on either end. And then we zoom out, and it's there. That's a 5-pointer. Now if you wanted a 4-pointer, it's 3 in the middle, 1, 2, 3-ish up top, or something like that. You can even extend it on that side, like that. You can add some inside bits, erase the central bit. You got one like that. So you got some options. I'm not super sold on this eye right now, but maybe it's because there's just one. So let's make it a copy. Let's give it a buddy. Oh snap, I gotta make sure it's on the right. Oh, see, this is the thing. I should have been on different layer. You know what? We're just gonna do that. I'm gonna go all the way back if I can. Snap, I can't. All right, let me go forward then. Okay, no, go back 2. All right, just gonna do this the classic way. Copy, paste, bam. Just throw a mouth on there. So next, and I think this brown is throwing me off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my bucket tool. I'm gonna click the all similar colors button up at the top. I want pretty much the darkest brown I can find. Now here's a chance for us to play with that that color shifting again. So the dark shadow color, that's pretty dark brown. How much deeper and darker can I get this brown to be? And if I go almost all the way to the bottom left right corner, it gives me a very nice deep umber color. Umber is like the darkest part of trees. Now, what did I do? Turn the tolerance up, bro. Okay, so if it's being goofy on you, you can just turn up the tolerance. Lord. Okay, or don't. Now, if that doesn't work, then you just got to do it the old-fashioned way. But usually it should work. I don't know why pixel art has been tripping these past few days for me. But thankfully it got most of them. Now you can get even more technical with this as you go around your mushroom or whatever shape you're drawing at the time, and say you wanted to have the colors not just be one solid dark brown, but maybe you're like, oh well, because the light's hitting here, I want these browns to be lighter brown, and so maybe I'll just click these ones. And so then as you get into it, you start to create like your own custom colors. It becomes like a really like unique piece, right? It's not just right. You can see it helps you just kind of get the form of this. I don't like how blue these eyes are. Maybe I just need a blue mouth. Let's try that. So I'm on a new layer or the same layer for the sake of me being on one layer. I'm gonna keep it here. And then mouth wise, let's just start off with a nice black mouth. Fill it in. No. Unselect all similar colors. Boom. That's not hot. I don't like that. Let's give it a red inside of its mouth. That's cool. Now, let's finish off this body down here. So, let's take our color picker. We're gonna pick the color of our base, and I'm just gonna again. Oh, it's already pretty light, so I can only go to like white here, or like very close to white. So we'll do that, and we'll just get the outside here, this outside rim. And then I'm gonna go and choose a nice dark color, but I want it to be on the grayer side down here somewhere. That looks good. Then I'm gonna draw some squares right underneath where the cap is. Right, see what happened? So when I did that, it just added like a shadow layer. And it's not even a new layer. Some of y'all might have new layers now. Okay, then I'm just gonna go on the bottom here with this dark color. Bam, bam. Then fill that in. Am I sold on that? No, I'm not. I'm really not. But you know what? It's okay because that's not a done section. So I'm wanting to grab that dark color that my outline color is, and I'm actually gonna have to go back and shift some things because I was showing y'all an example of how to do colors. Yeah, no, this doesn't look right. Let's add some texture. So I'm gonna take this color. Actually, I'm gonna take the lighter color because that's what's happening on my actual mushrooms. They're more of a lighter color. I could even throw in some yellow. I'm not finna do that right now. I want to keep it simple. And so what I'm doing is just dropping lines in one after the next. Ugh, no. And then, okay, it's gonna pick some colors. There it is. So what I did was I took one of these colors up here in this face and I just dropped it down here into this other area. And I'm just kind of having some fun with the placement. Hmm. Huh. Now it doesn't really look like arms, and this blue is really kind of like a lot. But you know what? We're gonna keep pushing just for the sake of class. Now, I think I want one more color down here in this shadow color, just to give it a little more extra flair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick that color, pick that. Oh my goodness, come on, that color. Bam. Then I'm gonna choose a color very close to it. How about this really dark brown? That looks good. Then I'm just gonna make some like little flaps. Actually, that's not the color I want. I want this color. I want one of these like kind of offset colors. There we go. So what I'm doing here is I'm remembering, hey, there's these little flips and flaps on my mushroom. So I want to just like kind of add some detail here with that. Now it's going to take a little bit of finessing and kind of understanding what's really going on with your mushroom, and in order to like get the colors right. So you kind of got to switch back and forth sometimes, just to get it all the way right and to not look super weird. But if you're using like 2 to 3 different tones, oh, see, yeah, now that's it. See, you just needed something else down here. Sometimes that's all you need. You just need something else in the image. Okay, so we need eyebrows up here. Let's throw some brows on this thing. Woo! Okay. You know what? I wonder how eyelids would look on this. Let's try it out. So I'm just gonna grab that brown and then just fill in this top half of this eyeball. So really, I'm using maybe 5 or 6 colors total, just for my character, right? This way, if I'm making a game, if I'm making an animation, if I'm making an animation, then whoever is animating this can be like, oh, okay, I only need 4 browns to make this crazy wiggly mushroom, or I only need 2 different purples in order to get the idea across. And you know, when you're animating, I don't know if anyone's ever done it before, but it takes some time. Ooh, this looks great. Let me continue getting some of these areas fortified. So I'm not going to do this kind of like more complex shading on the outline, but I do want y'all to know that you don't have to have an outline. If you've ever seen like really professional portraits of people, they rarely have outlines. What they use is dark colors and light colors and the contrast between those to create imagery. I'm just not sold on these eyes. That's the thing. What if I do this? Okay, that's a cool effect, but not what I want. They went from really excited to not as excited. Um, Looks a little lumpy. Sometimes you just really gotta look at it here. We're just gonna keep it pushing. um, you know what? I really just don't like this one. I like him, but I want to make another one just for y'all. So let me go a little bit quicker this time, right? So I'm just gonna kind of freehand it and just talk you through what I'm doing. So again, taking this darker, I want my mushroom to be taller and I want it to be less less lumpy. Okay, so see, I'm already liking this shape. Yeah. That's it. See, you could even, if you wanted to, from Arrow, you could even push the brightness on those eyes just a tad brighter, and it'll really pop them out. For sure, for sure. You're welcome. And you are killing it. I really appreciate the vibes and the participation. Some people just hang out and lurk, you know? And that's not who you are. And I appreciate that. Okay, so the thing with that last one was it was not wiggly enough. Now what I want to do is, oh snap. See, that's the problem. I'm making the eyes too big. We're in the wrong spot. Let's put them down here. Okay. It'll be excited. Oh my god! The question is, where do I put the arms? Let's just start off simple. I'm gonna get a nice neutral tone. Oh! And then I want this bottom area. Yeah! That's it. That's it. Yeah, see, that's the contrast I was talking about. And then it helps, like, that little, like, under rim that's going on in your, in the frilly mushroom cap part. That stands out a little bit more. I can see the lighting. Man, I love teaching. All right, let's drop some more light brown in here. Yeah, here we go. Sometimes I just gotta loosen up. So, and there's different ways of doing texture, right? You don't have to use the dithering tool. You don't have to be perfect. You can use your hand, use that mouse, use the imperfect wiggliness of our bodies, right? That's what we're here for. Okay, yeah, now that's a cap. Next, what I want to do is, with that in, I'm just going to make a darker brown area. Yep, I'm not even gonna go there right now. I'm not even gonna go there. That's a whole nother thing. But you know what? I'll tell you what I was thinking. So basically, a one trick that's very, very useful for shading stuff is this. And highlighting stuff too. So now that we know the principles behind it, I can show y'all a trick to, like, kind of supersede that. So what we do is we make a new layer, and with this new layer, I can use my tool. I want to have black selected, or I want to have white selected. Right now, since I'm doing shadows, I want to have black selected. With my black tool selected, I'm just going to cover over the part that I want some shadow on, right? So I can cover over this, cover over all that, bam. So right now, just this side of the mushroom is darkened. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my layer tab, and down here for the blend mode, I'm going to change it to multiply. Right now it's not doing anything because it's at 100%, and so that means you can see it in full opacity. But what happens when I change it down to about like 30%? Then we have a beautiful shaded color, and it's like it's just a step down. So that's great. And then you say, okay, well, that looks good, self. Let me just use my eraser tool, and because it's on a new layer, I can, bam, add a shadow. Super fun. Now, the same thing with our highlights, but I want to, okay, and so you can look and see, well, if you turn off all the other layers, all you got here is a sliver of shadow. That's totally fine. We want that. Next thing is doing it with highlights. So again, I make a new layer, and this time, rather than choosing white, I'm going to choose black, or I'm going to choose the exact opposite, right? So for highlights, I want it to be white. For the other ones, I want it to be black. So I'm going to take my pencil tool here, and this time it doesn't need to be as big, but I'm just going to draw right over here somewhere, and then right down here. Okay, now again, I'm going to make sure that layer is selected. I'm going to go to the layer tab, and this time, rather than selecting multiply, I'm going to select overlay, right? And now when I hit that, it's going to automatically turn into what I need. And then I'm just going to drop the opacity down to about 64% this time, and voila, right? So I've got this lovely mushroom, super excited. One side of it is lit up. You can turn the layer off and see it there. Another side of it's dimmed out, right? Together they give us depth in our mushroom. So I'm going to go back to my main mushroom layer, and then I'm going to do a nice, it's too big. I'm going to give it a nice line here at the bottom. Make sure that's closed off. There we go. Then I'm going to fill it in with a nice color. And then here I'm just getting rid of all that extra stuff. Oh, snap. Wrong layer. Wait. Come back. I'm getting rid of all that extra, the highlights. So it's just like you gotta drop some in, and you gotta clean it up a little bit, and you gotta add some colors, and you gotta clean it up a little bit. So it's a little back and forth, and push and pull. Okay. See, I like this one much better. I don't know what I did, but then what's extra cool is because it's its own layer, you don't have to worry about it like just being weird on you when you want to go back in there and make some edits, right? So how I just did, I didn't have to, all I had to do was switch to my black paint, and then it's ready to go. Same with my highlights, but I want significantly less highlights than I want shadows. So just something to keep in mind. Oh snap, wrong layer again. Have a nice like thin highlight, Boom. Boom. Now we're cooking. And then I still like these blue eyes for some reason. Yeet. There's that. Okay. And now, if you wanted to, you can always just color pick the colors out of here and do your thing. So, whoop. There we go. See, I don't know what I was doing the first time. That's probably just in teacher mode and not so much the create some dope stuff mode. Because there's a difference. Okay, so yep, filling in this arm. I'm probably gonna have to shoosh. I might need to move that arm, but we'll see. Okay, that's a good arm. It feels way more organic. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, now sometimes you may say, "Dang, Jamali, these colors look great, but I don't need to highlight all the time." So all you got to do is you can just go from the highlight color to the shadow color, right? And vice versa. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pick the color that's the shadow color, which is actually black, but because it's, y'all get it, it's brown right now. So I'm going to get rid of these highlights on that because I don't need it just yet. But with that color still selected, I'm just going to do half of my arm in the shadows. Is that it? Feels like it's almost it. There we go. Like, because I should have alpha locked this, but it's fine. I want to see how I don't want all the detail on everything, right? That's not the style we're going for right now. What we do want is to have that color difference on these, and just a general understanding that one side has light on it, one side does not have light on it, right? And so it's just, this is the kind of like meticulous part is getting rid of some of like these extra pixels that don't need to be here because they're just either making the shape too wide or okay, now that's a wiggly arm for real. Let's bring it down a tad, just a scooch. Yeah, that's right. Okay. We got some eyes. Yep. Hold up, let me see. What kind of GIF you posting? Yep. This is a good one. There's so much good content on the internet. All right. Now, I got to bring back my my user interface. I almost let it slip to the wayside. So, come back. I just want to finish you. How am I still in the wrong layer? Let's go. Right layer. Right brush. Yes. accomplished. I'm an accomplished artist, Mom. Love me. All right. There's some weirdness going on in there, but I'm not gonna focus too hard on that right now. We got the main bits in here. Yeah. See, I think. Oh, I like the shading that's going on in yours, Audrey. Some good shading on the arms too. Great way to break up those highlights. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some of these final bits to our piece. So this blue, I'm just gonna step away from that blue. I am. I really like this teal color today, so we're gonna make some circles. Now, if you already have circles or shapes there, cool. If not, this is a fun way to kind of practice what shapes get what. Let's go for a nice medium green here on my experience bar. And I think I'm gonna just do the outline, the layout slightly different. But I do want 2 bars here. And then I'm just gonna go in between these kind of limes and dark greens and give my piece some flair. And I'll zoom in here so you can see this. What I'm doing is, after I have my big shape, I'm using a lighter color just to add some details inside of it. Right, so it starts to just, it almost looks like it's something, but it's not. It's not something right now. It's just the essence of something. So that's what we want. Sometimes we just want the essence of something to get the idea across. I don't want to do that shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more little bar here. And let's use that like gradient thing that we did earlier in order to fill this space up. Okay, so I'm gonna just go from the bottom to 3. That's good. 4, 5, and then this top one I'm gonna give a break every line. Boom, that looks like information. Okay, so then what I want to do next is now you can use the lighten and darken tool. That's a good tool, but I want to teach y'all the basics here. So let's give this an outline. So I'm gonna go to this dark purple. That looks like a great color. Bam. Okay, now there's that. Now I want to outline this box thing over here. And let's actually make it its own box zone. Right? Why not? I like that. And then let's give it a nice little divider. Cool. I feel like I'm not on a new layer. It's all right. let's move some of this stuff up. There we go. Cool. Now let's throw some letters in there. P for now I know we already did this, but this is just another way to make it happen. P-O. I don't know. What's another word for, how about pie? Nope. We'll put M-Y-C for mycelium. How about that? M-C. Sometimes you just got to make the space work for you. MC for mycelium, and then we'll have like a line under here. Perfect. 2 lines, because it's official. Nice. Mycelium levels are high. Now, let's go for a... I want to add a second layer of color inside of this experience bar. I want it to be nice and like bright light green. So I'm going to choose a nice light green. Again, if I need to just go exactly from that color, just color pick it and then choose something lighter, more up and to the left. Now, I got my line tool. I'm just going to draw a nice little diagonal and then draw one straight across. Draw a line, that is. And then I'm going to fill in that top area, right? So this diagonal gives it just a little bit of, what's the word? I already said je ne sais quoi. So, zhush, as my Jewish friends say, which is basically like just uniqueness, right? You don't want everything to look the same and boring. Nah, we want it to look unique. We want it to have a little spark to it. So keeping it moving, I'm gonna take my my dark purple, and what's a good? We'll put the letter E, and then a small X. How about that? Bam. See, that's problem solving right there, right on the fly. So we got one mushroom, we got some mushroom bars, and then how about we give them some like random stats over here. So what I want to do is go to my text tool, and because I don't feel like bringing my lines up again. Now you can bring your lines up from your old one. Hold up. Okay. Where am I at here? So yeah, if you want to take your old lines, you can just select the layer, select the lines, copy, make sure that's out the way. I can put it on a new layer, but let's just make it the same one with this mushroom guy. Bam. Now we're good. So then let's just take these colors we have and then just juice up this area over here. Easy peasy. So I'm going to take my color picker, this nice green color, and then I'm going to make some letters. M. Now, creating letters with pixel art is a challenge, I'm not going to lie. But once you kind of get the hang of it and how simple things are, give it a period, M for mob. Boop. Once you get the hang of it, you start to understand how these letters work. It might need to be darker, these colors up here. So let's do that. Let's change that up. Yeah. So you can see it. Now you could also add like another highlight color or shadow color behind it. Don't worry about that right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just add some. Actually, let me see what this text thing does. Text size 5. It's maxed 5. Oh, and there's if you sweet. There's all these different fonts. Do I want custom font or newspaper? Let's go newspaper. Font size 8. Okay. What are we gonna type here? Ground. Oh, that's way too big. This one. Also too big. Who thinks of these letters? Size 10. Nope. Size 5. That's like the best size we got so far. Art Deco. No. Fine. Let's try this. Okay, cool, perfect. So what I'm doing is typing random words here. Not completely random, but like dirt, ground, spore. I don't know. Just fun words that are explanatory of whatever your mushroom's about. Wiggle. Uh excite. And then what's another word? Brown. 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 No. That's how you spell that. Now, we got this. Let's add some final bits down here. How about like a little made up emblem situation? So I do a lot of design stuff, so I'm always thinking like, okay, well, what do most things look like? It's usually small versions of shapes of some sort. So just give it a nice mix up of shapes. This kind of looks like a camera. Fantastic. Boom. Random organic shape. Love it. Got that. Now let's add some circles over here. And then how about a few like numbers? 34. Yep. And then we'll just put mushroom mob again down here at the bottom. Oh, snap. Oh, then you know what? We'll just put fun. We'll put fun guy at the bottom here. But we'll use this with actual letters. Right there. Fungi. Bam. Exclamation point. Whoa. Why does the exclamation point look like that? That's not right. There we go. Do I have all the shadows here? I don't know. So that's it, y'all. Let me see. Oh, I think I got another trivia question, and then I'll let y'all go into your days or nights or afternoons or wherever you are in the world. Okay, so let me look at this. Oh, you know what? These need to be their own layer. Can I make that a thing? So don't worry about that. Now, I feel like this arm needs a little more love. Just a scoonch. Not very much. V for this brown. Pick that color up. That's better. Okay. Now, if you one last trick of the trade. So if you make a new layer and you fill it with black, don't worry, you'll be okay. Go to layer, the layer tab again, and then select luminosity. Oh, or maybe we want saturation. Saturation, bam. Now with this, what you're able to see is you're able to see how dark and how light things are, right? So we've already went through the process of determining what's darkest and what's lightest. Now I feel like right now this arm, this wiggly arm, is getting lost in the sauce of the background, right? Even if I turn this off, it's still kind of getting lost in the sauce. Now turning it back on, I'm able to look and say, okay, well, what do I want as dark as that line? I like the outline color of this. So let's do that. Let's give it, turn this off, go back to our main shape. And what we're going to do is, oh snap, we're going to take this dark color and we're going to apply it to all the rest of these browns that are on the body. And if it works for me like I need it to, it'll be great. But of course, it's being silly. Come on, bro. Whatever. Fair enough. Or what we can do is we can make it the middle brown tone. What would be easiest right now? Let's just try some stuff. Let's take this light brownish color, and then what is selected, bro? There we go. On the right layer now. Boom. You're still not winning for me.
Are you ready to take your content to the next level? Upbeat Premium.
Let's try this.
Access to premium tracks for only
Why is it doing that?
Go premium now.
There we go. So I unclicked all the similar colors. See, that kind of looks better. Let's just get rid of this. That feels more right. So then, see, there it is. You can tell what I'm looking for is I'm looking for things to be able to stand out against each other. Like this outline stands out, this head stands out. It's got a kind of a intense, complex structure going on in it. But regardless, it's its own thing. This body, its own thing. It feels like all these other bits in here are their own thing. That's what we want, right? We don't want it to feel like all the things are like running into each other. Now, this letters and stuff, it needs a little bit of work. I'm still figuring that out. But I mean, if anything, it can be darker, and probably I should change the darkness of these lines underneath it. But regardless, it's still pretty good. So that's that. Now, as you guys work on that, I'm gonna round up the last two trivia questions. There's one. Can I change where this lives? How y'all doing out there? Y'all good? Y'all got any questions? Pretty solid, pretty solid. So I like to hear, but y'all know I'm here for the questions. Struggling with your lettering. Are you using the text tool or are you just making some? Because I use the text tool. It's just gonna be your best friend in this situation. Deep concentration, I like it. We'll keep it running, y'all. Yeah, try the text tool, Audrey. Let me make a new layer. This actually looks really good. It looks like one of those mushrooms, like those oh, what are they called? Excuse me, I know the name. Truffles. That's what this looks like. So yeah, I use that text tool, and the thing about the text tool is you have to make sure you're using a font up here right below the menu bar that says text, and then it says normally default, but you can change it from there. You have to make sure you're using a font that is the proper size. So right now we're at 100 by 100 on our canvas size. So if you were to use a font size that's like 8 pixels high, that's like a tenth of the way. So basically it's too big for the space that we're trying to work in. So like 5 pixels, 8 pixels, that would be like a great size for you. And for me too, like some of these are great fonts, but they're just too big. So comic font, which one else? Default and Nanner. Nanner are all in that 5 range, right? So we can just click and where is this? Oh my god. Undo. Redo. Mush. And then down here. Mob. That doesn't look like an M though. I'll tell you what. Well, that's pretty cool. There it is. So yeah, default has a pretty clear text. Yeah, see, that's it. Ooh, sassy. Yes, yes, and yes. See, this is why I like teaching, because y'all are thinking of adjectives I didn't even think about. Friend. What's that word I just said? Truffle. Truff. It's another word. Ground. That is not right. Truff. Dirt. And then let's color in this. Let's go for purple over here. And then darker purple up here. It's not dark enough. There it is. And then I want dark purple, dark purple, dark purple, dark purple. Medium purple? Yeah. That's it. And then throwing some lines in my experience bar. Boop. Yes. Okay, so I got two. I got two out of this one. It's kind of clutch. Oh, snap. Okay, let's save this one. Now we didn't animate it today. That's okay. If you are a pro animator and want to add some motion to this mushroom, all the stuff that you need for animating is down here at the bottom with this animation panel. You can just click it and it'll come up and down. And again, to export, all we do is we go up to pig magnet. Oh, that is a good one. We go up to pig magnet. Go to the blue save drawing button, and then now if you want to save it as a file like that you'll be able to edit later, a pixel art file .pixel. You can just name it whatever you want. Truffle fun. And then it'll save to your it will save to your computer, right? But it'll be like a Photoshop file or a PSD file. It will be native for this program. But what's cool about it is this is you can play with this on your phone, you can play with it on your computer. I mean, pretty much anywhere you can get internet. There's even an app for it. So you can upload these files and edit them to your heart's content. It's great. So again, I choose whichever size would be best for me and the way I want to share it. I got it set for Instagram at 1000 by 1000 pixels, and then I just mash that download.png button, and then it'll get its life together, and then it'll save. Now, this last step called save drawing, that is when you want to say you're done with it for now. Oh, I'm glad I saved it as a pixel file. So you're done with it for now. Then you just want to say truffle fun. This will, and then you say learning colors with mushrooms. Make sure there's no typos. Then you mash save drawing, and then what it's going to do is it's going to make a replay for you, which, as I was saying, it doesn't play everything, but it'll give you the basic highlight reel of the work that you did in this app. So we've been apping for solid 2.5 hours. Yeah, this is good. So as you can see, it's loading. Yeah. Look at you. You're tech savvy. I like it. You put laser eyes on it. Bravo. I like this. See, now mine doesn't have enough laser eyes. And it's all loading. I'll never be able to do it. But this is killer. I love this. Great job. So another thing that's really cool about pixelart.com is that when you go to the link that's for each image, now you can see it at the original size. I just now see this button. You can see it at the original size. You can see it at double size or fitted to the screen. It also gives you a palette for oh snap. It also gives you a palette for that. I think now I can hit edit drawing on this. And what'll it do? Let's see. Yep. So I can so this is great. So the link you just shared with me, because you didn't have a profile there, that's no problem, but it still is allowing me to like edit the image like as if I were creating it, whatever. Even the laser eye animation frames are there as well. So from there you would just go up to save as .pixel, or you could export it, download it. I feel like you can export it as other stuff too. No, you can't. Not right now. But that's awesome. See, we're just learning together. So much talent. Way to go, Scorchio. talking about. Wrangle up some more homies. All right. So as we wind it down, let's throw some trivia in the mix. So, good old internet. It's our friend. Good old NFTs. They're even more of our friend. And when we're storing NFTs, many people use IPFS. Now, what does IPF stand for? IPFS stand for? Just so you guys know, Scorchill, Audrey, and Ushi, you guys all are on the board with one. We got two more. We got two more questions coming up besides this one. Finish it out strong. Yes. What does it stand for? Does it stand for interparcel fraction system? Does it stand for B, interplanetary file system? Is it C, immutable portal for shares? Or is it D, I'm pretty effing sure? They're all good guesses, if I say so. He texted me. Just my mentor. All right. Time's up. You got 10 seconds. I know. You like knew that off the top of your head. Straight like bam. Someone's Web3 aware. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With the strength, the answer is B. Good job, y'all. It stands for Interplanetary File System. So it's like it allows your NFTs or whatever you're storing on the blockchain to be stored as a part of the network, right? It's not so much like that is dependent on the network existing. You know what I'm saying? Great job. Love that happy dance, Jeff. It's so just in essence, if the internet went down, having your blockchain data on chain via the IPFS is just going to keep it there, right? So the internet can go down for like 4 months, but because, and God hope that never happens. I mean, it could. We'd be all right. We'd survive. It'd be weird, but the internet went down for like 4 months or even a week, and you're like, oh my God, where'd my art go? By the time it came back up, all of your data would be still there and on chain. So IPFS, that's what that stands for. Killer. Now, we got another question coming in hot. So who got that right? Hold on. Let me make sure. Who just answered that? Scorchill, you got it. Primero, you got it. All right, Scorchill is in the lead right now. He's got 2. We got 2 more questions coming up. Let's go. So, everyone knows about a good old. Oh, it's done. It's done downloading. That's cool. Okay. Nice. Let's move that out the way. Okay, so Jesus, what am I doing? Okay, Brain, you got this. So, no, that's not the right button. A is what I want. We all know of our favorite rich troll. The most liked one, anyways. You guessed it, Elon Musk. Now, when this year did he buy Twitter? Good question. He's been talking about it for the past half year. Was it the 4th of July, Great American Holiday? Was it 420, a great international holiday? Was it Memorial Day, another American holiday? Or did he not buy Twitter at all? All right. Who hasn't answered? Oldstrom must just be chilling, making something super dope, as they do. Oh, what? Look at those glasses, yo. Okay, they're the Squirtle glasses. Thank you, Scorchio. That was very quick referencing, very quick memeing. Ah, you guys are great at this. So, everyone got that right. Elon Musk did not buy Twitter at all. Now there's about to be like, oh, great. You got your answer in just in time. Now there's about to be like a, what's it called? Litigation because something, I don't know. More court cases. Who's gonna research them? Who's gonna make memes about them? Twitter, that's who. So yes, Elon Musk did not buy Twitter. He should have. Somebody with some sense should have. But hopefully it doesn't turn into the next Instagram. Ugh. I digress. So, let's see. Wait, was that? Hold up. Did I just mark my people online? This is a great chat. I'm just like scrolling through, and all these look so good. Okay. Oh, this is the tiebreaker right here. All right. Now this is gonna be a doozy. Now I think we all live in different countries. Some of y'all live in New Zealand. Some of us live in North Americas. Some of us live probably like in Europe. And that's okay. But the question I have for you, and the final tiebreaker of tonight's class, is how many countries are there in the world? Individual countries. Now, we got some options. Is it 195 countries? Are there 200 countries? Are there 302 countries? Or is it 99 countries? 99 countries, a beer on the wall. That's not necessarily the correct answer, but that was just what I thought of. So, who's gonna get it? A, B, C, or D? Now, if y'all all get this right, everybody gets an NFT. Listing a country for each letter of the alphabet. Ooh. Audrey really wants a challenge. Yes, next time for sure. You gotta remind me of that. Okay, 30 seconds. Jeez, that's done. Okay. Oh, we got someone typing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, two. Let me open up the chat again. And one. Come on, chat. Show it to me. Show me your goods. All right, so the answer is it's A. There are 195 countries as of 2021. Boom. So who got that right? Scorchy and your guess. Great guess, Ushi. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. So Scorcho, you got three of them right. Primero, you got three of them right. Ushi and Audrey, great participation. But for our friends who got all of them right, yo, you get a 1 of 1 from moi. So thank you for enjoying. Now, let me see what's the price here. Now we got this freshly created mushroom set. We might just mint these bad boys and send them over to you. We also have some previous mushrooms to send over. What do I got here? Old classes. That was great. I really appreciate y'all. So yes, Primero, Scorchio. We're gonna need those addresses, Cardano addresses up off ya. The public ones. Don't send us your seed phrase, please. That's a joke, but honestly, don't do that. Keep that thing secret and safe and on your own. But what I do need is your public address. That way, me and the Mushroom Mob team can get you your prize. Now, if you want to win your own Mushroom Mob token and you don't own one yet, this could be your opportunity. So go ahead and submit your final piece of artwork in the art channel. Let's see, by the time Monday comes, we will have a winner decided. So let me see. How about if you post your, how do I want to do this? We need those addresses so we can send them to you. That's the most important part. So maybe post your art, post your public address with that, and yeah, and then the mods and I will determine whose art is awesome-ist. Not to say that everyone didn't do an awesome job who submitted some art, but you know, if you took the time to share and be here with me in class, hey, throw your hat in the bucket. You know, you could be the only one who submits, and then you're automatically the one winner of this Mushroom Mob token. It works like that sometimes. It's worked like that in previous classes. Like, people don't want to win stuff, but this is a great way to get your own pixelated mushroom designed by the fantastic Old Shroom, aka Johnny. He's low-key always outdoing me in classes, but whatever. That's not what it's about. It's about community, and it's about just sharing skills together. So he's always inspiring me. I'm hopefully always inspiring y'all. Remember, submit some artwork. Let me see. Let me check this chat. And yes, so if you want to, oh snap, I closed it. Come back. Hey, I appreciate y'all so much. If you would like to support me, you can check out my how do I want to do this? You can send me donations. I will post my my ADA wallet in a chat somewhere. So if you appreciated this and you want to show your love that way, that'd be great. Another way you can do it is just sharing this episode and this room and Mushroom Mob with your friends. I also have a Twitch stream which we've been streaming on as well this whole time, or while we've been having class. And so any shares or references to that to your friends, and if you're, I try and make this as family friendly as possible. So if you got some kids or you got your cousins or nephews around and you're like, hey, let's do an activity, boom, we got a good 2 hours right here of something that they'll have a tangible piece for, right? You can print it out, put it on the fridge, however you want to do it. But that's what I'm doing this for, is to share my love of pixel art with all my friends here on the blockchain. So again, I really appreciate y'all stopping by. I appreciate Mushroom Mob hosting me here. There's another class coming up next week. No, it's the last week of July. Yeah, so we'll be having another class, some more funky trivia. We'll be also taking our color theory a step further. We've done a lot this time, so again, just go back and watch the video on demand on Twitch, and I'll also have it on my YouTube here within the week. Probably by the time it's done uploading to Twitch tonight, it'll be on YouTube, so you can go back, check this out, check out the other classes, see what we learned back there, and see how we're applying it here. And I look forward to seeing your art out there on the blockchain. So if anybody doesn't have any questions or comments, y'all can be on your way. Anyone? Thoughts? Hey, I enjoyed you. Thank you for coming by. For real. And look at this. Friggin' Audrey with the awesome summary post. And just, oh, hold up. Before I let you go, just a quick summary of what we did. We went over colors. We went over how to see different shifts and see different hues, see different darkness and lightness. And we also practiced making our own 3-step color shifts, right? Going from light to dark, and then making our own 5-step color shifts, right? Going from light, then medium light to medium, and medium dark, and then all the way to dark. And then we took all those concepts together and we used them in a character, and also created our own user face interactive zone, right? Describing our mushrooms and also using references and understanding like how to break down an image so that we can recreate it with ease and with speed and efficiency, right? And we also just learned basically how to get images into and out of the pixel art program. And we probably learned a whole bunch more stuff too, but that's the recap. So yeah, thank you all so much for coming. I hope you have an amazing night. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you around the Discord. Bye. Later. Turn that bad boy off. Turn this thing on. Some exit music.